Thank goodness we don't live in the desert, but you visited the desert.
Yeah, 112 to 115 on some of the days that we were there in La Quinta. You have to plan your day around it and really understand that it can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Lots of activities in the early morning, and then a lot of inside ideas, activities, and then evening, get back out to the pool.
Evan, I've been trying to tell him you go to the desert in the winter.
That's right. Yes, this is going to be one of those weeks too, especially between now and next week, that a lot of heat is coming our way.
We cut it short because of the heat and came back here to San Diego and got in the water here and the pools here.
When we look at Borrego Springs, end of this week, 118 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah, going to be pretty hot out there. Other parts of the country have been feeling those triple-digit temperatures for the last several weeks now. So parts of Texas, New Mexico, they're going to be battling that triple-digit heat today. We'll be in the triple digits today for the deserts, but we aren't going to make it to 118 until about the end of this week. The span of time that we have covering this heat wave here in Southern California and across the greater San Diego County is a pretty decent stretch. I mean, you look at, first off, an excessive heat warning that takes effect at 10 a.m. tomorrow. It lasts from 10 a.m. tomorrow all the way through 8 p.m. on Sunday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You got 6 days that this excessive heat warning will be in effect. Only applies to the mountains and deserts, but what I want to show you is when we zoom out just how much ground is covered. You've got it stretching all the way into western Arizona, good portion of southern New Mexico, all the way through a hefty portion of Texas covered in a heat advisory. That's the orange color on the screen there. Could see a heat advisory in effect for us. We have one up north of us, so there is the opportunity that, say, the mountains, as they climb toward the triple digits, could see a heat advisory. Big picture map here shows why. The ridge of high pressure begins to expand westward. So as this ridge starts to move in our direction, you'll see those darker red, orange tones move onto the screen around Southern California. And all that's going to mean is that the heat that is currently centered across Texas and New Mexico is going to start to move in our direction and be mainly felt inland. The coastline is still going to be the place to find some relief. So you can see how along the coast we're still in the 70s, and we're going to stay that way for a good portion of the week. 75 for Oceanside, 73 for Carlsbad, 71 for Del Mar, and then you start to move inland and you start to climb into the 80s. Upper 80s once you make your way toward Ramona, for example, 89 this afternoon, 86 for Julian, 85 for Alpine. And yeah, these temperatures are warm, but in most cases along the coast and inland, at least your western valleys, these temperatures are right around average, in some cases slightly cooler than average. Coastline doesn't see much of a change. We'll go from maybe 72 this afternoon up to about 75 for that Wednesday through Friday stretch, cooling down just a hair into the upcoming weekend. Clouds join us likely each morning, and then as we head inland, you'll start to notice that climb into the 90s. So that's going to be a bit more noticeable. We go from 84 this afternoon on average to an average of 92 for those inland valleys. That means that the farther east you go, you're going to be climbing well above 92. There is good indication that by Friday through the upcoming weekend, Ramona, El Cajon, Santee could easily be reaching toward the triple digits. Ramona is almost a guarantee to make it into the triple digits by the end of this week. Santee, El Cajon, for example, Alpine, those are going to be spots where widespread 90s, mid-90s at that, are going to be expected along with plenty of sunshine. Mountains and deserts are another interesting sight here. I mean, you got a 15-degree temperature jump across the mountains from this afternoon at 86 all the way to 102. This is mainly centered around the Julian area. However, it is just amazing to see those triple-digit temperatures come about so quickly in a matter of 5 days or so. That's why we see a lot of those hiking trails closed just for everyone's safety out there. Deserts go from 109 this afternoon, climb by nearly 10 degrees to 118 by the upcoming weekend. There's indication that as of Monday of next week, a full week out from today, we'll start a gradual cooling trend, but still going to stay warm to start off next week and this upcoming weekend. Very hot out there. Back to you.